All right then, it's this time of the year. Everybody's setting goals, New Year's resolutions. This year I'm gonna get into shape, I'm gonna get a six-pack, I'm gonna start my personal brand, I'm gonna make 10K or more. Everybody has New Year's resolutions, and in today's video, I want to make sure that you succeed. Because if we are honest, if we're just looking at data, most of the people who set New Year's resolutions fail. I don't want you to be that person, okay? And so I'm gonna give you 6 keys, 6 principles, 6 tools that you can use to make sure that your goals become reality. I would say, I finish my coffee and then we'll get the party started. Okay, the first piece of advice is make it fun. Thank you for the groundbreaking advice, Axel. Hold on. Give me a second, let me explain. Your brain is wired to avoid pain and to seek pleasure. If you hate lifting weights, if you do not enjoy it, it's gonna be really hard to go to the gym all the time. For example, I don't like horse riding. It'd be really hard to discipline myself to do that, to show up. I don't like it. I like to lift weights, I like to move my body, I like to play paddle, and my brain connects massive pleasure with those things. So I don't need to motivate myself. Oh, poor me has to go to the gym 5-6 times. I love it. I have to motivate myself to to stay away from paddle. That is the hack. That is the trick. If you study successful people, they actually do enjoy the thing they are doing. If you think whatever your goal is, it's kind of a burden and it's so hard, you won't do it. You won't care. There won't be consistency. And for whatever you're trying to achieve, you need consistency. So the first thing is you need to find a way to make it fun, to make it pleasurable. Most people, that's the number one goal that people set at the beginning of the year. This year I'm going to get in shape. January 1st, gyms are packed. And then 2-3 weeks later, gym owners are really happy because people are paying, but they're not showing up. Because I've tried everything for 2 weeks, I didn't see results, and I'm like, I didn't have the motivation. I think most people just do not enjoy it. So you need to find something, a way to make it enjoyable. Your brain, it's like one of those sentences I will forever remember. It's the foundation of my work. Your brain is wired to avoid pain and to seek pleasure. So how can you make it fun so that it is something that you consistently do? For some people, it's running. I have this one friend, she loves running. She has no problem waking up at 5:45 and joining the runners club at 6 a.m. Because she loves it. And I'm sure there is a sport waiting for you that you freaking love. There's also a job, a mission, if we talk business, that is waiting for you that you love. A topic, like when we talk about personal branding, which is one of my biggest passions. Like, I love talking about psychology, health. This doesn't feel like work. And when you find something like this, you can go so much further. You can be consistent because you enjoy it. And at the end of the day, what is life about? Enjoying the passing of time. So if you only do this thing here, if you only find that one thing that lights you on fire for your health, I'm already going to be happy. It's going to make every single segment, every single part of your life better. If you just find that one sport that you love, The second point, know exactly what you want. It's impossible to achieve, to manifest what you want if you don't know what you want. And you will be surprised. Most people do not know what they want. They have a very long list with things they do not want. I don't want to be in this job. I don't want to have no money. I don't want this. I don't want that. And then you ask, okay, what do you want? And you hear a very long, So clarity is necessary, and clarity is power. It's very important to know exactly what you want. And going back to the example I used earlier, back when I was a personal trainer, people would say, like, I would like to lose some weight. I would look at them and say, listen, go to the toilet, come back, and you have achieved your goal. They started laughing most of the time. That's not what they wanted. That's not a vision big enough to fight for. So you need to know what you want. Not, I want more money. Because then I could give you a euro or a dollar or a pound or whatever currency you operate on and say, well, you have achieved your goal. And you would say, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, tell me more. I'm going to say it again. It sounds overly simplistic, but apparently it's not clear. It is impossible, and I'm using that word very carefully, it is impossible to manifest, to achieve what you want if you don't know what you want. And most people, honestly, do not ever take time out of their life and ask themselves, what do I want? What do I want financially? How much money do I want to make? What do I want in terms of health? How do I want to look? What do I want to do? What do I want to have? Who would I like to be? You're not most people, and if your goal in 2025 is to build a personal brand and talk about your favorite topic, help a lot of people, transform lives, your income has no roof, like sky's the limit, as you can make as much money as you want to make. If that's something you would want to do, I have good news for you. In the description box, you will find a link to a training, 5 steps to 10K months or even 10K days with your own personal brand. This is for coaches, this is for agencies, this is for influencers, creators, and basically anybody here who wants to have a personal brand. One of the best decisions that I've ever made is to start my personal brand a bit more than 7 years ago. And it's a free training. I want you to take advantage of it. I want you to watch it. I want you to make 2025 your best year yet. And for that, you will need the third thing, which is you need to measure it. You need to measure your progress. And if all you do in 2025 is measuring your progress and focusing on progress, imagine where you will be at the end of the day if you do, if you get a little bit better every single freaking time and you measure it. When I started going to the gym, I was so skinny and I had this compelling vision. I want to lift 100 kilograms. I knew exactly what I want. I want to bench press 100 kilograms. I don't know, it's like a boys thing, you know. I don't know where this goal came from. Anyways, I was tiny, I was skinny. Everybody made fun of me. You want to do that? But I don't know if it's the Sagittarius in me or it's more like the mindset that I was established when I grew up. If I want something, I'll go get it. And I'm going to try, I'm going to learn, I'm going to adjust, I'm going to do everything until I have it. That's my mindset. That's, I think, ultimately the mindset you should have when you want to achieve certain things. You try, you learn until. So I set the goal, and every single time when I entered the gym, I was like, this time I'm just going to get a little bit stronger. 0.5 kilograms, 0.5 kilograms. Do you see those little tiny weights in the gym? Every single time when I came back, I added 2 plates. Didn't look like much progress, right? But at the end, after months and months, I achieved that goal. I don't know exactly how long it took me, probably longer than I thought it's going to take me, but I achieved it with this simple method. I measured it. So whatever your main goals are in 2025, measure it. If it's financially, measure it. Business-wise, measure it. Health-wise, measure it. You need to know if you are on the right track or not, whether your strategy is working or not. The next point is something that has completely changed my life. Join a peer group. I listened to this Jay Shetty podcast the other day, and he said something that just nails what I'm trying to say here. If you join a group of 5 fit people, you become the 6th one. If you join a group of 5 wealthy people, you will become the 6th one. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If you're, for example, not fit, and you join a friend group of 5 people who have mastered that area in their lives, it's very unlikely that you will stick to your unhealthy habits. It's very unlikely that they won't inspire you to come running with them. So this year, be very conscious about who you spend time with. Who you spend time with is who you become. Whether you like it or not, that's just how we human beings function. So who are the people right now in your life? Think about their names, maybe even write them down. Who do you spend the most amount of time with? And if you're not happy with that list, change it. The best news I have in this video probably is you're not a stone, you're not a tree. If you want to, you can change anytime. You don't have to wait like a tree does. Well, imagine you would be a stone. You can't change it at all. You were so lucky. You became a human being. So you can change anytime. You can change your friends, you can change your diet, you can change your income, you can change everything. If you change. If you're not happy with the people you spend time with, okay, go find a different peer group. One thing that I have in my life, twice per week actually, from now on, once in German, once in English, is a mastermind when I spend time with incredible people and we come together, we support each other. We think big. I have a runners club. I have a community when it comes to tennis. I surround myself with people I can learn from, that inspire me. If you want to elevate your life, make sure you spend time with people who elevate you, who make you grow, who challenge you to become a better person. We're getting to the end. I hope by now you have a list of goals. You know what you want. I could call you in the middle of the night and ask you, tell me, what would you like? What would you want? What do you want? You could give me an answer, right? If not, pause the video, get a pen out, your journal out of your head, put it on a piece of paper. Writing it down almost means inviting it to your life. You need to get it out of your head. And I even would invite you to talk about your dreams, your goals, the things you desire with your peer group, with your friends, with people. You'll be amazed by how many amazing people, sometimes even strangers, how many of them actually care and actually just want to help and actually just want to give and want to support you. There are people who are unhappy with themselves, so they tell you, your goals are not realistic. You can focus on that side or you focus on that side. You need to get over the fact that there will be people who project their limitations onto you. Not because they want to harm you, just because that's where they're at. There are also people who will try to even drag you down. That's okay. That's part of life. Hurt people. I can tell you, the people who are so incredibly hard on others are the same people who are incredibly hard on themselves. I have empathy for that, but I'm not going to take advice from someone who is in that state right now. I'm okay with the fact that some people will love you, some people will hate you, For the same thing. Some people will love you some people love me for the way I eat, that I'm plant-based. Some people hate me for the fact that I'm plant-based. And some people, I hope most people watching right now, they're like, I don't care. That's just reality, and you need to get over it. Everybody has to get over it. That's just how it is. We're getting to point 5. I want to know how you will celebrate. And I want you to see that celebration every single morning when you wake up. That's what my visualization practice is. I wake up, I go usually straight into a meditation. I do the things you also do, we all do. I meditate and I visualize things that I want to create, that I want to achieve. And I see myself as if they already happened. I see myself celebrating it. I feel as if it already happened. That's how visualization works. If you want to use one of my guided visualization practices, there's a link down below, 30 days for free. The practice that I use, guided meditations, guided visualization practices, master classes from some of the best coaches there are. You get to test it for 30 days. One of the best products I've ever created. So much value in there. So make sure to try it out, join. Pretty good way to start 2025 or honestly any year. Once you have achieved that, how will you celebrate? What will you do? Remember, your brain is wired to seek pleasure. So when you tell your brain, hey, once we have done this thing, we will go on a holiday. We will do XYZ, something really pleasurable. People forget to celebrate these days. It's so important. And I will combine this part here with why do you want it? If the why is strong enough, the how becomes easy. Perfect transition to the last point here. I call it $1 million test. So whatever goal you have, pick one or two of your main goals for 2025. You can also, if you watch this in the future, for any year. Pick one or two goals. Pick the one that excites you the most. And here's the $1 million test. If I would give you $1 million or 10 million, if 1 million is not enough, if I would give you 10 million euros, dollars, pounds, and everybody you love gets the same amount if you achieve that goal, would it be possible to achieve that in the next 12 months? Or maybe 2 years? Could you pull it off if you would really have to? See, unless your goal is to become a better singer than Beyonce or Adele, or sell more tickets than Taylor Swift, most likely the answer is yes. Usually when I have people in the room, if there would be 100 people, 98 usually say, yeah, I could, and they're always two funny people. Most of us have goals that are actually achievable. Those goals and dreams are there for a really good reason. So, meaning if you could achieve it, right? What would be the energy that you would bring to the table? Because usually things change. When I do this with my clients, there's a whole different intensity. If the why is strong enough. You can play, I like to play with pleasure connections. You could also play with pain connections. Right? School system does that. If you don't miss that deadline, you fail the class, you get an F. That's working with pain. You want to avoid the pain, therefore you take massive action. You don't miss it. I like to play with pleasure as well. So, what would you do? If you achieve that goal, just as a thought experiment, and everybody in your family would get 10 million bucks to do amazing things, how would it be possible? The answer in most cases is yes. How would you show up? What kind of action would you take? I like this question because it makes you realize, oh my gosh, it is actually possible for me if I take full self-responsibility, if I stop making excuses, if I stop complaining, if I stop blaming, and if I say, I'm going to make it work. Because nobody can make it work for you. Nobody's going to come save you. Nobody can. Only you can. Only you can go to the gym. Only you can. I wish I could. If I could do the work for everybody else in my family and community, I would. Trust me, I would. But I can't. And nobody can do it for you. It's self-responsibility is the freaking key. Is magic. When you don't wait for someone to save you, but you say, I'm going to save myself. I'm going to be the certainty in my life. I'm not going to wait for my ex-partner to serve me, please. No. When you take full self-responsibility, magic happens. Because then it's not up to the stars or your teachers, the system, but up to you. That's when you shift out of victim state to creator state. And I wish that for you in 2025 and for the rest of your life. Use the lessons you've learned in this video today and please take action. Nothing would excite me more. I could think of 2 or 3 things, let's not lie, that it would excite me more than that, but for the story and the drama. It would excite me a lot if you will shoot me a message in 3-6 months and say, Axel, I watched this stupid YouTube video and I took action. I changed my eating habits and lost 10 kilograms. I found a sport that I actually love. Paddle. You should really try it, it's great. And I changed everything. I started taking my sleep seriously. Whatever it is for you, take action. Speak about your goals. Write them down. It scares me how, if you meet 10 people, how many people have a list of goals? Maybe 3 out of 10? Maybe. If you're into personal growth, do you know, for the past 50 years, 100 years, everybody's running around in this space trying to tell people have a list of goals. Can someone please listen and then even more importantly take action? Because that stuff kind of really works. Have a list of goals. Have vision boards. Create one. Have it somewhere where you can see it, where your subconscious mind gets reminders. Really, in 2025, it's game time, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have a great year. You make a great year. You don't have a good day. You make a good day. You don't have time, you make time. Make time for the things that really matter to you. I see you very soon. Thank you for watching and listening and subscribing. If you subscribe, it gives you 7 years of good luck, good hummus, and good whatever you wish for. I see you soon.